Oh,
There
no.
we go. Oh, is PACA? Are they a sponsor for us today?
They are. Did you get your thing?
Dude, that's impressive, man. Are you
Holy
wearing yours
crap.
right now?
I am.
Oh, I didn't wear it. Should I go get it?
No, it's fine.
Okay. I do have their socks on, and they're super comfortable.
Dude,
Yeah.
this thing is amazing to me.
Yeah,
like
that's a game changer.
It's thin. It feels. I mean, you'll hear it. I said it in the show.
Yeah.
But it feels like I'm wearing my comfy hoodie that I would snuggle up in on the couch, but never wear to a restaurant or anything.
Yeah. And did you scan the barcode where you could see where the animal was that it came from? That's cool, man. I think that's awesome.
It's crazy.
Hey, if you're just joining us, we're talking about PACA, which is our sponsor. I want to post that they sent us some gear, and it's amazing. The socks
really
are
is something.
Yeah,
I haven't tried my socks on yet, but yeah.
Okay, so here is Business Brain. So let's see if they're on. Thanks. Who else is our sponsor? Thanks.
Shopify, PACA, and Shopify
sponsors this week at Shopify. Yes. And PACA. It's PAKA, right? PACA? Is it PAKA? PAKA. I don't know where they are on X. Maybe they're not on there.
Oh, hang on. I got to deal with somebody on.
Go ahead.
On eBay here.
It never ends, dude. PACA. Let's see if they're here. PACA. Oh, yeah. PACA Clothing. Is that right? And I don't know if that's them.
I'm going to give you a counter offer here.
See, folks, we're doing buying and selling what we're talking about here. Dye workwear, PACA. I don't know if PACA is on X. Okay, let me go to their website. Oh, yeah, right here. PACA Apparel. Yeah, that's pretty good. And where do I see their contact? Here we go. Say hi, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. No, they're not on. I do not see them on X. So I'll do one more time. PACA Apparel.
Well, the easiest way that I've found is to go to the thing, which for our show is go.pacaapparel.com/brain.
I found them.
And then look at the bottom of their website, and that's where you usually see all
I just
of
did
the,
that. They didn't have it listed, but
they don't have it listed. You're right.
But I did find them.
Great.
So I am going to. Oh, where did they go?
All right.
Oh, here we go.
So we have one thing for that. No, that's fine.
PACA Apparel. Oh yeah, right here. They have 47 followers, so hopefully we can send them some more.
I think we should do in the second half of Friday's episode.
Yes,
we'll talk about our
AI to
apps and things.
Yes.
Yep. But then I think we should read some reviews.
Oh, let's do that. Yeah, the photo thing I can do anytime.
Oh no, I think we should do the photo thing up front. Like, there's not that much to talk about with the apps either.
On the apps.
So,
okay, great. Yeah. I have questions about that too, so that'll be good. If you're just joining us on the live stream, maybe I should turn my light on.
Let's see. Where's Mickey?
Okay, yeah, that's better. We are getting ready to record 2 episodes of Business Brain, and we do our regular show on Wednesdays. We're going to talk about some lessons I've recently learned in about hosting a mastermind community. And then on Friday, for Friday's episode, which we're going to record here in about half an hour too, it's our Friday episode. We're going to talk about AI and how we're using it, just different things. Kind of interesting. It's turned into one of our most popular, what is it? Section or something? Segments. Thank you. That's the industry term. Yeah, let me get my Slack out of here.
It's an industry term.
Yeah. And that's it. So, what else?
No. I found a topic that I put in here. I don't think we ever talked about the mentality. If you've never, the idea, there's a phrase that's used, but without explaining it first, it might sound like I'm being crass for no good reason. But the idea of only pitching if both spouses are home.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
just pitch to the wife. And like, I think it's, well, certainly in our house, it doesn't, you lose business by,
I would say
by
in my
doing
house
that.
too. I think I understand. I got to go on D&D here. I
Yes.
think I understand why they do it, but
Okay.
I think it's a mistake.
Right.
But I would say
I agree. I understand. I agree with you. Yes. But I think there's a conversation to be had there, but it's on the list for the future.
Yeah, put it on the list for future stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're ready
Great.
to.
Let's start the show. Wait a minute.
test
First of
the
all,
sponsors.
also, it's Dave Hamilton's birthday today.
It
if
is.
You, don't
You can
know
say that in
so
the show if you want to.
I'm going to
'cause
say
the show
it again.
comes out
I'm going to
today.
say it like 4 or 5 times.
That's great.
That's
Thanks.
awesome. Congrats.
No,
man.
it is
Happy
awesome.
birthday.
It's great. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Happy name day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yep. All right. Let me
cool.
make sure. Starting with what I'm wearing, my brand new. Okay, great.
Cool.
Yeah. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Yeah. Oh, I got to do this. There we go. It's not Monday, so it's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Here goes absolutely nothing. Business Brain, episode 686 for Wednesday, September 24th, National Punctuation Day, 2025. Greetings, folks, and welcome to Business Brain, the show where we take some ideas, we crunch them, we use them to analyze and perfect the ways we each live our charmed lives. Our sponsors for this episode include one long-term sponsor, Shopify.com/businessbrain, where you can go to sign up for your $1 per month trial period. Yep. And another URL, which is easier to click in our show notes than it is to say, but I'll say it anyway. Go.pacaapparel.com/brain. This is where you can go to grab your Paca hoodie, just like the one I'm wearing, and your free pair of alpaca crew socks. This is the most comfortable hoodie. It's so thin and warm, breathable. It's made from alpaca. Yeah, it's pretty great.
I was so excited to get it. They sent us that, and they sent the socks, and the socks are like super cushiony and supportive. And I thought it was really cool too. You could scan the QR code on each individual hoodie, and it shows you where the animal was that it came from. It's really cool.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's a really great. It's a great product and great business model. We'll talk more about it later in the episode.
I thought today was
sure.
going to be National Dave Hamilton's birthday today because it's
it is. That is also correct.
Yes, happy name day, Dave.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's good stuff, man.
It
you
is.
Going out tonight, doing anything exciting?
We just came back from 5 days in Virginia where we went to a bunch of concerts and stuff. Nice. And it was great. I don't recommend going to Hampton, Virginia unless you're going to a concert. There's just not much to do there.
I see.
It's like the town that time is forgetting, Shannon.
But they have a big concert venue?
They have the Hampton Coliseum. It holds about 14,000 people. It's a cool. The venue looks cool both inside and out. Yeah, it's
awesome.
It like the outside. I mean, it's a Coliseum, right?
So do you sit? Oh yeah. So it's outside for most of the concert type thing.
No, it's a fully indoor venue
arena. I see.
Yeah. But I'll pull up a picture and I'll put a link in the show notes since we're talking about Hampton Coliseum. I'll share it. But it's round, which is the interesting part about it. And the outside has this cool look. The inside is round. The sound in there this weekend was fantastic. Logistics inside, they could use more bathrooms and water fountains, but it's an old venue, so that makes sense. Yeah. But like I said, the town of Hampton is not. It's the town that time is forgetting. Like there's a lot of closed storefronts.
I hate that.
Crime is on the increase. There were actually several people that lost their lives on Friday night.
Oh wow!
None of them had anything to do with the concert.
Thank goodness.
However, the one that happened close to the venue during the concert, they made sure in the news to say was this. Look what happened. Yeah. There were concerts and there was a death. But they didn't. What they didn't point out was that 2.5 miles away in downtown Hampton, there was also other people that passed away.
It's less opportunity equals more problems, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
That's challenging.
But it was. I mean, we had a fun weekend. Don't take that
great.
the wrong way. I just didn't want people to think, oh, Dave enjoyed
should go
Hampton.
up
I
here.
should go
Yeah,
visit.
yeah.
If there's a concert, yes. Otherwise, find another place. Like there's other nice places to go. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
Sounds
man.
a good time.
Yep. Hey, I wanted to ask you a question. The question is, how's it going with your new business? And the reason I ask this is because when anyone starts a business, but especially when you do it semi-publicly, right? Like you have with, and I'm curious what you even call this business. I'll call it your coaching business, but it's more and it's more than that, and it's not that, and it's all those things. But like when you were starting it, it was obvious you were putting in a ton of time. And really, it started with you building up your Twitter file, your X
just
following,
posting
right?
on X, right?
Yeah. And it was like, man, where is this going to go? Like, I questioned it publicly on the show. We talked about it. Like, is this worthwhile? And then there was it became a consulting thing, and we talked about the consultant trap.
Absolutely.
But so I just want to ask, I sort of know the answer, but how's it going?
It's going great, and it's evolved into something very different than I had anticipated, like many business ventures I've been involved into.
Yeah.
And the key part has just been persistence. It's been about a year and a half since I started really posting on X on a regular basis, and I didn't know where that was going to go, but I met some great people, which was really cool, and it helped me a lot, like just getting back engaged in with business peers instead of being isolated,
Yeah.
And, I was just coming
there's
off
value in that all by
huge.
itself.
Yeah,
Yes.
I learned a lot, and so what evolved is because people are like, once I started posting about reselling and auctions and stuff that I've done my whole life that I just took for granted, my account took off, and I think I've got 42,000 followers now on X.
You found your niche.
Yeah, I found a niche, and I kept talking about it, and people get involved. And so then I had people ask me, hey, would you coach me? And I was like, well, I don't know anything about being a coach, but yeah, sure, I'll coach. And I did it for free. So the first 3 or 4 people that asked me, I did it for free. I did like a 3-month thing. I talked to them and everything. And I was like, oh, I learned a lot. What I liked about it, what I didn't, what value I could add. Some people I was like, I'm not, that's not my expertise.
That's not my
this
thing.
Kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
it's fine.
Doing it for free at the beginning helped me a lot. And I met some great people, a couple of them that I'm still really close with. And then
doing it for free at first is a great way to mitigate imposter syndrome.
Yeah. And there was no pressure.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I was like, hey, all I really wanted was a testimonial. I started collecting testimonials because I was like, well, I know I'm going to need these testimonials. So I said, hey, let me do this for you for free. I'll help you out. I'm totally interested in how it would work out and if you found value in it. And then I just said, if you found value, could you leave me a testimonial? I got a testimonial platform. So I didn't just have them write me an email.
Which platform did you use?
Senja, SENJA.io, I think is what it's, .io.
All right,
Senja?
I'll find it. I'll put it in the show notes. Yeah.
Okay, put it in. Awesome, because they can do a video testimonial, which I felt was really powerful, versus just text.
Yeah.
And I gathered those testimonials, not knowing what I was going to do with them, but I was like, okay. And then people were like, hey, you need to start a newsletter. And I was like, all right, I guess so. So I started gathering, I created lead magnets.
Okay.
With stuff that I was giving away, like how to get your resale permit, how to find auction sources, how to get registered on the Costco liquidation site, just stuff that I had. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But I did it through ConvertKit, which is just kit.com.
Yeah.
And I started gathering emails. I was not sending a newsletter at that time, but probably for 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months, I just gathered email addresses.
For things that you were giving away.
Yeah. They would just come in. It's like, hey, if this is value, it's in exchange for your email address. I'll give you this thing.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. My working agreement, I gave that away.
Sure.
Just little things that I thought were very valuable to me. So now I think I have like 5,500 people on that list, and I send out a newsletter once a week. So then the next problem I had was my DMs were just plastered with questions, like all day long. Like,
okay.
I would come in, wake up in the morning, and there'd be like 100 DMs, and I couldn't answer them all. I felt like a jerk. I was like, dude, I can't answer. What do I do? So I started subscriptions on X for $5. And the reason it was $5 is because that was the max you could charge at that time, $5.
$5 per
month.
day, per month. Okay, all right.
If somebody subscribed to I'm like, nobody's going to subscribe to my content. That's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
but I was like, well, I'm just going to turn it on. I got an email or a message says, hey, you got a lot of stuff going on. You can turn on subscriptions now. And I said, all right. So,
all right. Well, I want to
Yes.
hold you there because this is
Stop.
fascinating. Like we're moving quickly. And we're going to keep moving here.
Yes.
But like this whole thing, you did not. I know you always like to. One of your favorite things to say is, and it's a great thing, is figure out, to tell the story in reverse, figure out where you want to end up. And then you find the path there. I don't think not this time. Right.
Not
okay.
this time.
I just wanted to make sure that
I
all of
didn't
these
know.
things, like as you're telling the story, you're being pretty transparent that this was all just like, okay, I'll try that next. Okay, I'll try that next.
Yes, I'm still having the time of my life, dude. I had
know.
idea that people would be interested in what I had in my brain. I had no
Well,
idea.
That's the part. I mean, talk about overcoming imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like that's a huge thing right there. Is what you just said. I had
Just
no
the
idea
idea
that
of it,
people
yeah.
were interested in the stuff that was in my brain, despite the fact that we have people who listen to this show and all those
Yeah,
things.
right,
But like it's different when you start
is.
removing the layers between you and those people, right? And that's where
And
That's
when
where-
you start to monetize, then it gets very different.
It's very different because now you're putting a value on
Yes,
it
yes.
and hoping that other people see that value and don't
Yeah.
complain to you about the lack of value.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to talk more about this for sure. We got to talk about the rest of the story because thus far, we have not answered the question of how it's going. We've talked
right.
about how it went,
Yes.
but we're still in the past here at this stopping point where at least I stopped you in your story. So I want to continue your story. The next thing that I want to do is I want to talk about our sponsors, starting with what I'm wearing, my brand new Paca hoodie and socks that they sent me. And wow, like, it's the perfect mix, right? Soft enough to curl up on the couch, but thin, fitted, and stylish enough to wear out to dinner. This feels like the cozy weekend hoodie that somehow got promoted to CEO. Here's the deal. Paca makes performance apparel from alpaca fiber. Softer than cashmere, warmer than wool, and still totally breathable. It's lightweight, it doesn't stretch out or pill, and somehow keeps me warm when it's cold and like cool when it's hot. It's just sort of perfect. Thermoregulating, odor resistant, durable. The thing is built for real life. Each hoodie is handcrafted in Peru, and the artisan actually stitches their name into the tag. Mine says it was handmade by Lily. I just looked down and checked. Over 100,000 people already have one. But what I love knowing is that it's sustainably made, supporting those communities in Peru. And right now, when you order a Paca hoodie, you also get a free pair of alpaca crew socks. Next level cozy, folks. Lifetime guarantee, and quite possibly the only socks that could survive a wrestling match with Bigfoot. That remains to be seen. So, if you've been thinking about leveling up your hoodie game, this is your sign. And if you haven't, this is also your sign. Live your charmed life in comfort and sustainability with Paca. To grab your Paca hoodie and your free pair of alpaca crew socks, head to go.pacaapparel.com /brain and use our code BRAIN. That's go.pakaapparel.com /brain and enter code BRAIN. We'll have the link in the show notes on the website or in the email so you can get it there and click on it and go get your hoodie and your free pair of alpaca crew socks. And our thanks to Paca for sponsoring this episode. And hey, have you ever noticed that magical purple Shop Pay button when you're shopping online? The one that lets you skip digging for your wallet and makes checkout painless? Well, that's our sponsor, Shopify. And it's not just about making buying easier. It's about making selling possible for millions of businesses, mine included. Shopify powers 10% of all U.S. e-commerce, from household names like Mattel to podcasters, like me, selling merch. With Shopify, you get hundreds of ready-to-use templates, so you don't need to know a line of code to make a beautiful online store. You can run inventory, payments, shipping, and analytics all from one place. And when it's time to grow, Shopify's built-in marketing and email tools, they will help you find and keep new customers. And that purple button we were talking about, well, it's why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. I mean, if that button were any more loved, it'd probably get its own fan convention. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/businessbrain. Go to shopify.com/businessbrain. Again, shopify.com/businessbrain. And our thanks to Shopify for sponsoring this episode. All right, let's finish.
Okay.
Let's finish the story. So you started a subscription on X.
Turned on subscriptions
for the most you could. Right,
Yeah,
$5 a month.
$5. Okay, $5.
$5.
And shocking, actually, people started to subscribe.
Well, it's not shocking to anyone except you. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, I got you. So I started thinking, okay, now I got to give them something for that $5, but I don't know what to give them. I don't know what to do. And I didn't want to go down the path of, because when you do a post on X, you can make it for everybody or just your subscribers.
Okay.
And I didn't want to just be like, well, I do private posts for subscribers. I can't handle it too much.
I don't like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I decided to just create a DM group on X of subscribers.
Okay.
And I added those people to it. And I was like, hey, you're in this group. You can ask questions. You can do whatever. And it started to work. People started
We might
to ask
call
questions.
this a mastermind group.
Maybe. Yeah. Mini.
Sure. A mini mastermind. Yeah. Okay.
And it was good. But it was not good when it got to 100 people. And there was no historical data. When you joined, you only saw the new stuff. Yeah. And there was no way for me to parse out who was in, who was out. It was
That's a disaster.
It was sketchy. Yeah. It didn't work. Yeah. I mean, it was valuable, but it was just kind of this flow of consciousness kind of thing. So I said, I need to start a community that I can move these people over to and give them better service, better value. Yeah. And so I did a bunch of research and I landed on Kajabi to build this community. And one of the buddies that I have in this peer group on X said, you should call it a mastermind. And I was like, really? Okay. I was like, all right. So I put it over there and I started talking about it. It took me almost 3 months to get everybody in that DM group to come register.
Oh, wow.
On the mastermind. Lots of friction. Right?
Yeah.
Moving to another platform. So I kept giving away stuff even more valuable. Hey, I just posted 10 videos of my favorite Costco auctions over on the mastermind. Come get registered.
Yeah.
I just posted this PDF. I just gave away that. So finally got everybody over there. In the meantime, I kept talking about it. People kept joining. All of a sudden, we had 500 people. I was like, what the heck? This is crazy. So I'm talking about it. Everybody that I'm talking about it to is like, okay, you got to raise the price.
Yep.
You can't be $5. I was like, and I'm like, yeah, maybe you're right. Because how am I going to turn this into a business? Because now that it's actually some kind of thing. And I went to go look, what if I charge 10? It's still a great value, I think. But luckily, and I say this important, I learned that in Kajabi, in my reseller mastermind, you can't change the offer for existing people.
Oh,
they've already opted in to pay $5 a month. You can't just go,
you can't just increase them to 10. Yeah.
And so I just said, you know what? I'm just going to leave it at $5. I'm just going to leave it. And it kept growing and growing and growing. I call it my $5 reseller mastermind. And I say, skip a cup of coffee once per month and come join and see if this is interesting to you. And let me preface this as I don't like selling. I am a reseller, but I do not like to sell, meaning I don't want to try to convince anyone to buy anything. I want to present opportunities.
Sure.
And if you think it's a good opportunity, buy it. And that's what I've tried to do with the mastermind.
Yep.
Right?
That makes sense.
And so along the way, I had people asking me, hey, can you coach me? Oh, okay. So I did some more coaching. And then they said, do you have a do-it-yourself thing, like a program? I don't like to call it a course because courses have bad reps.
Sure.
Reputations. Yeah. And so I'm like, I'll make a program about how I sold, $3.7 million worth of handbags on Poshmark. I created in Kajabi. So, because they do multiple stuff, not just communities. And I didn't sell it. I just put it in the community. I'm like, this is a paid upgrade if you're interested. And I created a section called paid upgrades. I just said, if you want to learn more and do this thing. And I did those things for Costco, for eBay, for Poshmark, for Facebook Marketplace, and a couple others. And people started to buy them. And I was like, wow, they really want to do it. And then I started I have a coach, just like I coach. I have somebody helping me because I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Sure.
And I said, man, I'm spending a lot of time. I'm doing stuff. At that time, I was doing a 15-minute call. That was another big incentive. 15-minute call with every new member.
I'm guessing that was a big incentive for you to convince you that there was I'm projecting.
I think I know where you're going with this.
You're right. Where if I'm going to take your money, I want to make sure I'm offering you
like
something
value.
Tangible, crazy
value.
It's the Scotty principle.
Yeah,
if you're not a Star Trek fan, the Scotty principle is the under promise, over deliver, undersell, over deliver.
Yeah.
But that can cost you big time.
Oh, it did cost me.
In fact, it cost you big time.
Yeah,
did.
Literally. My calendar. So when it was growing a little bit, it's like, oh, I got this. This is cool. I'm doing like a call a day, whatever.
Yeah.
But then it was like 3 calls a day, 5 calls a day. It was crazy, and I was like, man, I can't. I couldn't do any deep work. Is what it came down to. I love talking with these people, man. I'm so motivated. I'm so stoked about this because it really works and it changed my life. And there's no secrets. And you don't have to pay anymore. You just pay $5 and you can get connected. Well, today or by tomorrow, I think we'll be at 1,500 members in the mastermind.
Right. And I know everybody here is going to be able to do napkin math and put 1,500 times 5. That's $7,500.
Yeah, which is great.
That's your baseline.
Yeah.
Right now, like to answer your question, to answer my question, how's it going? That's a great baseline, $7,500 a month. But we know that it's more than that because you've got paid upgrades available for people who are interested.
That's right. And we do. Well, I realized people wanted more. People just keep wanting more. And I was like, okay, I'm going to find a way to give more. I do tons of free stuff. I do a free group call now. I canceled 118 appointments, which really freaked me out.
Yeah.
But this makes me nervous just talking about it. I'm getting sweaty. But I sent every person a video explanation.
Sure.
I created a video with me and I said, hey, I love you guys. I want to talk to you, but I can't. My hand's going to explode. So I'm shifting this to group calls and I'll do it every 2 weeks. I may even get to do it every week, but so every 2 weeks I get on a call and there's 60 or 70 people and I'll stay on the call as long as possible, as long as you want. And I'll answer all your questions. That's what I do. I was like, let me answer any questions you have. And so that's worked out great. I've had a few of those calls. I only had a couple of people really upset about losing their call, but for the most part, I did a couple things for them and it was fine. And now I do paid workshops because I realized certain people want in-depth training on a specific topic. Okay.
Yes.
And, so I've done a couple of workshops where it's $100 and it's 90 minutes.
Okay.
Again, I'm trying to just overvalue or give you tons of value.
Yes.
And in that 90 minutes, we do an hour schedule. The first ones I've done was called first bid to first sale. Like how to buy your first liquidation pallet, whatever, all the way to making your first sale. I walk you through the whole steps. And I give you that $100 you can use to take off on any digital program I have, if you want to buy one.
All right.
So trying to just make it like, hey, and then after the hour, I answer questions for a half hour. And then so they get a transcript of the call and all this kind of stuff. And then I have some people in the mastermind that are like killing it, doing we have one guy that's doing $17,000 a month in sales,
Amazing.
Yeah. Out of his garage. And I was like, hey, you want to do a collaboration and teach people with me? Yes. So we do collaboration workshops now. And you can just trying to give a roadmap to people. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to do this, but it's created a significant business now. And now but it took me a year and a half to figure it out.
I was just going to say, you were, I don't want to say you were wandering aimlessly for a year and a half, but you were not wandering with a goal in mind.
No intent. I didn't know what the system would be.
Right.
It took me a year and a half, maybe a year to start seeing some of the takeoff. But like on X, I have posted or replied 31,000 times.
Yes.
It's a grind. It's like every other business. If you're an HVAC person, if you're a podcaster, if you're an advertising rep, whatever, it's a grind. You have to put in the time. Yeah. There is no easy way. When I talk about the reselling business, this is a simple business, but it's very hard.
Right.
You'll never hear the word easy out of my lips because I've lived it.
You've lived it.
And yes, it's paid for my houses. It's put my kids through, private school and college and everything else. And we've built a great life, but I would never promise people that it's not going to be hard. It's hard.
It's hard. But it's simple.
Yeah. It's totally simple. You buy stuff at one price and sell at another. And I have my tagline for this business is, you buy with math and sell with emotion. And you can't do the opposite. If you do the opposite,
you're screwed.
The math doesn't work.
The math. Yeah, you got to start with the math. Yeah.
Emotion is you want to connect with people emotionally to buy this stuff from you. Talk about your story, what you're doing, your great cause, all that kind of stuff. Things we've talked about that I've
over and over on the show.
Over and over on the show. Yep. But the math has to work. It's like, okay, if I can go to the Costco liquidation site and Costco sells this item for $500 and I can buy it for $200, can I sell it for? Am I going to sell it for $500? No, you're not Costco. But could you sell it for $300? Probably.
Great.
And that's how
that's
you
a
learn
nice
how.
margin right there.
Yeah, it's great. So I'm having the best time, man. I love talking about this stuff. I answer questions. I'm up there in the mastermind all the time. But what really fills me with a deep sense of satisfaction is I'm not there are other rock stars in the mastermind now.
Yes.
There are other people that are shining, that are helping other people, which I love. That's always
the best
people.
Part.
I did it this way. Check this out. They're not waiting around for me to answer. I couldn't do it, right? I'd be in there all day.
Yeah.
But I dip in, I dip out. I do these workshops, free or paid. I'm up there all the time. If I have a few minutes, I'll do a live where you just go live and start talking to people that show up. Man, it's so fun. I'm having such a great time, and I feel super fortunate that once again I was able to conjure something from nothing.
That's awesome.
And this time it was just my words.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what a sense of fulfillment that has given me and how powerful and confident it makes me feel.
That's amazing,
I've battled my whole life.
Congratulations.
Right? We all do. Thank you.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, no, it's
thrilled to be able to talk about it here, and I hope you get some value out of it. And if anybody has questions about a community or whatever, just please reach out. I'll be glad to offer any insight or tips I can.
Yeah, thank you for this. This is great because it's been great watching it, and there were times I was skeptical about where the heck is this going, right? Yeah, but whatever. I knew that you weren't going to fall flat on your face or anything. I was confident of that. Yeah. But very cool. Man.
I do believe this is really just the beginning.
Yeah,
there's so many levers now.
Yeah,
that you can do to continue to add value.
Yep.
Just be myself, be who I am, and have a great time doing it.
I love it.
Thanks for letting me talk about it.
Thank you for talking about it. This is great, folks. Feedback at businessbrain.show if you've got any questions for us or for Shannon. And make sure you subscribe to the show. Subscribe to the mailing list. It gets you all the links and everything that we talk about right in your email box. And keep on living that charmed life. We will see you on Friday.
See ya.
All right. When we're out, and I'm going to go do...
Love talking about this stuff.
Go do the thing. Here.
Yeah, so if you're on the live stream, excuse me, if you're on the live stream on Dave's birthday, we are in between episodes. We're getting ready to record our Friday Eye episode, if I can clear my throat.
You're allowed to.
Yeah. And right now, Dave is prepping that last episode we just did where I blathered on about my mastermind, which I can't stop talking about. And if you're interested learning about that, just like we said on the show, just reach out to me here, feedback@businessbrain.show or anywhere you want. And,
what is the link for your mastermind? I want to put that in the show notes.
shannonjean.com/mastermind.
Okay.
It'll redirect you right there.
Is a better mastermind. Yep. shannonjean.com/mastermind.
Perfect. Yep.
Got it.
And while Dave does that, what he's doing is so that when we're done with the show, I can go do a little bit more prep, get transcripts, do some stuff with that, and post this episode, which is going to go live today, actually, because we normally record on Wednesday, but we got some trips in the works, so we'll record. Or normally we record on Monday.
Yeah.
But this week we are recording Wednesday, and then next week we're going to record Wednesday too. I'm going to be down in San Diego, which I'm looking forward to. Yeah,
that's cool.
It's going to be great. Yeah, my kids are flying out, and my son lives down there now, so we'll see.
Oh, sweet. Oh, so you get a little family weekend together.
Yeah. They're out here. My daughter and her husband are out here for a wedding, so we're going to go down and see that. So
nice. That's great,
cool.
man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. It's nice when you can get the family together.
Yeah, definitely, especially as they get older.
It is tougher, and it sounds like your family's similar to mine in that everybody in the family appreciates and understands the value of getting everyone together and prioritizes it when possible to do that. Yeah,
my son, he's 23, so he's still on that. I'm coming home. I'm going out, friends. That kind of thing. But he'll get there.
He'll get there. Yeah.
I remember being 23. So
yes,
you're still figuring stuff out.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I showed him his car registration bill, and he was like, "What's this?" It's like, oh, you have to pay to drive on the road, right? What? Yeah.
What?
What? It's crazy.
Yep.
That's very funny.
It is. That is funny. Yeah. Yep. When they start having to pay for themselves. When my daughter had to start paying for health insurance, she's like, I know. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yep.
It's crazy. That is crazy.
That's how it goes.
All right. So we're getting ready we're going to record our Friday episode. We're going to talk about connecting AI to your apps, and then a couple other little tips. I wonder if you can still get that Perplexity.
I think so.
Free.
I think so. I think so.
That's good. Maybe we can mention that again. A couple weeks ago, we mentioned getting a free 1-year subscription to Perplexity Pro, which I need to use more. I don't use it enough.
Yeah, I understand why they're giving it away for free, because they don't have a differentiator, right? Like Claude Code blows away everything that ChatGPT does with coding, right?
Yeah.
So Claude has found their niche,
yeah.
Right? Perplexity, there are some things it does better. Like some of the research it does better, it for sure. But we can talk about it on the show. But the conversational stuff with it, it's not quite where. Yeah. So
I was on a call, and we could talk about this too on the show.
Yeah.
I was on a call this morning where there was some improvements to a website we use a lot.
Okay,
there was a few of us on the call, and the entire demo was in ChatGPT. The pull-down menus, the way the search bar functioned, all the predictive text, there different things they were talking about. The whole thing was in ChatGPT.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Huh. That's fascinating.
Hey, how does that work? I don't know that prompt.
Yeah, same.
Figure it out. So
right. Let me make sure that there's still that.
I just clicked on it. Said you've already
used it,
but I don't know if it's still...
Well, let's see what happens if I do it in a private browsing window.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it's still, you can still do it. So
perfect.
we can share that again too.
Got it.
All right. And I think there's a conversation there about comparing.
Yeah, I do too.
LLMs. In fact, to me, that's the first conversation to have. And then we'll remind people about Perplexity Pro, and we can talk about the apps with ChatGPT. It's sort of the last thing.
Great.
Yeah. All right, great. I'm ready to rock.
Sounds great.
And then I want to make sure I have the first review up.
Which I do. You're going to talk about those.
Yeah, we'll do the reviews. Yeah.
We have some more water.
And actually, we can compare the LLMs. We can do the Perplexity Pro and apps thing after the reviews if we have time.
Okay.
I like that. Yep.
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay. Or we'll call audibles as we're talking, which is also totally
fine. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. It's the story of my life.
Yep. All right. Here we go. Business Brain, episode 6. Why does that keep happening? Hang on. That's interesting. I get like a little. Oh, I think I know. I have an idea. Let me see if I remove that. Okay. Let me do that. Does that change anything? So I'm talking and interesting. Okay, Great. I know
Got
what
it?
to do. Yep.
Cool.
Here we go. Business brain. Oh, no, there it is again.
I heard it too. A little pop.
Yeah, a little pop.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try this one more time. Business Brain, episode 687 for Casual Friday, September 26th, Alpaca Day, 2025. Greetings, folks, and welcome to Business Brain, the show where we take some ideas, we crunch them, we dissect them, we use them to tune our business brains so that we can each be a little bit better at living those charmed lives. Our sponsors for this week include Shopify.com/businessbrain, where you can sign up for your $1 per month trial period. And, of course, it's Alpaca Day. So
crazy.
You got to go to go.pacaapparel.com/brain to grab your Paca hoodie, which I'm wearing right now. And because I want to wear it every day. I've worn it 2 days in a row already.
Their socks are off the charts.
Yep.
Amazing.
It's amazing. We'll talk more about this in a little bit. For now, here in Durham, New Hampshire, I'm Dave Hamilton.
In Lafayette, California, I'm Shannon Jean. Still out here, still talking. Happy to be here for Friday Eye.
Friday Eye. So we started having a conversation between our episodes here about the different LLMs. It was catalyzed by the fact that we wanted to make sure everybody knew about Perplexity. They'll give you 12 months free with a PayPal account. So we'll put a link to that in the show notes if you haven't already done it. Go do that. Yep. But we started talking about, we have our free Perplexity Pro accounts. We have our paid ChatGPT accounts. I have a paid Claude account because Claude is a sponsor of one of my other podcasts. And so I really am living talk about the charmed life here. I am living the AI charmed life. I'm paying awesome for one and I have the other two for a little bit anyway. And the question came up of, which LLM do you use for what?
Yeah.
Now, we both started with ChatGPT because that was the first out of the gate. And so that's the one we both paid for. That's the one that has my history in it. It understands me. I understand how to work with it. I know how to prompt it. And so something else would need to be pretty remarkable to pull me away. There would need to be a huge differentiator to pull what's now years of history I would just need to abandon, right? And move to a new platform as sort of my default chatbot, if you will. Now, Claude has absolutely done it because they have Claude Code. I've done vibe coding or assisted coding, if you will, with all three of the LLMs, and like Claude, there's not even a close second to what Claude does. It's fantastic. I mean, like the others aren't like they'll work, but Claude is just so much better. It's so much better. It is best in class.
It's more sophisticated. It's faster, or it's what I mean.
Yes and yes. It allows me. It's more reliable. Is the first thing. I don't have to go through as many iterations if I just let it do the work as opposed to having it assist me with my work, right? Yeah. Claude, I might have to go through 1 or 2 iterations where it gets things wrong, where is ChatGPT, I would have to go through 7 or 8 iterations.
Got it.
And if I ask Claude, are you sure, it will often find its own errors before I even get the chance to. Yeah, it understands code even better. It's got a broader scope, so it can see more things at once. ChatGPT just forgets about the history, and it's like, dude, you created this 3 days ago. Why don't you know? In the same chat thread, why don't you know about it? And it doesn't. Yeah. It's lost. Whereas Claude really maintains that scope in a better way. Yeah.
I see. That's really good.
So for coding, for me, it's Claude. Perplexity I've used as a conversational AI. It's fine. Its research is, I would say, maybe a notch better, a notch more sophisticated than ChatGPT's, but they keep upping each of them keeps upping the ante so much that. But I feel like Perplexity definitely gets the research thing a little bit better, but not better enough to convince me to move my entire life into it.
And have you used their browser, this Comet?
I have not used Comet. No,
I'm on the wait
have
list.
it.
I have it.
Oh,
you
no.
Have it?
Oh, if you're on the Pro, you get it.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I went back there. It said
I literally have it downloaded, and I don't even think I've launched it. Or maybe I haven't downloaded it yet. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I downloaded it.
I thought so too, but when I went there, it said you're on the wait list. But I was already on the wait list before, so maybe it's confused.
Right.
I'll take a look at it.
Oh, yeah,
right,
maybe.
If I was already on it.
Yeah.
Okay, and how about Grok? Have you used Grok very much?
Not a ton. No, I haven't. Have you?
I do use it occasionally. I don't have like the history I have with ChatGPT and, all that kind of stuff and projects and, like ChatGPT, some of the projects, I've uploaded hundreds of pages of content that I now use to, hey, I speak this. I mean, I've uploaded every post I've ever done, long form post online, and it's an amazing tool. But Grok is kind of cool. One thing I use Grok for is to try to help me, this will sound terrible, but find the truth about comments or maybe a social media, especially on X. You can say at Grok did this really happen this way? Give me some more context on this topic, and it'll go research and give you the data. I had a topic this morning, which I'm not going to mention here because we don't have hours to discuss.
Sure. Yeah.
But I was like, that can't be real. And I was from a post from a company back in 2017. I took a screenshot of it because it was a screenshot. I'm all, somebody faked this.
Sure.
And I put it in Grok and I said, Grok, did this really happen? Because I figure, I don't know if I'm right or wrong in this, but I figure Grok is closer connected to X, right? Because it lives there, at least partial. So
It should have access to all of the public stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just said, hey, is this a real post? And it really broke it down in a sophisticated, not only did it say, yes, it's real, it said, however, the person who posted it is taking it out of context a bit. And it understood the context. It said that answer, or it wasn't a post in itself. It was in answer to a specific question that they posted, that a customer of theirs asked. And I thought, oh, well, that does change it. So it's understanding nuance a bit about this post, which really is important in to add context. I thought it was pretty wild, right?
I mean, like that's the whole. Something can be true and misleading and used in a misleading way.
Yeah, and it wasn't
of course.
Yeah, it wasn't in any nefarious way, but once you understood the backstory, you could go, okay, yes, that's still like, oh wow, that's very interesting, but it wasn't. It wasn't in the same context that it's being talked about today.
Right.
And so I thought that was really good. And I feel like Grok is always the go-to one when I have questions about things I find, at least on the X platform. So they all have their uses.
Yeah. Let us know which LLM are you using and for what and why. Yeah. Feedback at businessbrain.show. We definitely want to know what you're using. We'll share it here on the show. In fact, we have some things to share. We have some of your reviews and maybe a little bit more about AI, depending on how much time we find ourselves with. The next thing that we want to do is tell you about our sponsor, starting with what I'm wearing, my brand new Paca hoodie and socks that they sent me. And wow, it's the perfect mix, right? Soft enough to curl up on the couch, but thin, fitted, and stylish enough to wear out to dinner. This feels like the cozy weekend hoodie that somehow got promoted to CEO. Here's the deal. Paca makes performance apparel from alpaca fiber. Softer than cashmere, warmer than wool, and still totally breathable. It's lightweight, it doesn't stretch out or pill, and somehow keeps me warm when it's cold and cool when it's hot. It's just sort of perfect. Thermoregulating, odor-resistant, durable. The thing is built for real life. Each hoodie is handcrafted in Peru, and the artisan actually stitches their name into the tag. Mine says it was handmade by Lily. I just looked down and checked. Over 100,000 people already have one. But what I love knowing is that it's sustainably made, supporting those communities in Peru. And right now, when you order a Paca hoodie, you also get a free pair of alpaca crew socks. Next level cozy, folks. Lifetime guarantee. and quite possibly the only socks that could survive a wrestling match with Bigfoot. That remains to be seen. So, if you've been thinking about leveling up your hoodie game, this is your sign. And if you haven't, this is also your sign. Live your charmed life in comfort and sustainability with Paca. To grab your Paca hoodie and your free pair of alpaca crew socks, head to go.pacaapparel.com/brain and use our code BRAIN. That's go.pacaapparel.com/brain and enter code BRAIN. We'll have the link in the show notes on the website or in the email so you can get it there and click on it and go get your hoodie and your free pair of alpaca crew socks. And our thanks to Paca for sponsoring this episode. And hey, have you ever noticed that magical purple Shop Pay button when you're shopping online? The one that lets you skip digging for your wallet and makes checkout painless? Well, that's our sponsor, Shopify. And it's not just about making buying easier. It's about making selling possible for millions of businesses, mine included. Shopify powers 10% of all U.S. e-commerce, from household names like Mattel to podcasters, like me, selling merch. With Shopify, you get hundreds of ready-to-use templates, so you don't need to know a line of code to make a beautiful online store. You can run inventory, payments, shipping, and analytics all from one place. And when it's time to grow, Shopify's built-in marketing and email tools, they will help you find and keep new customers. And that purple button we were talking about, well, it's why Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. I mean, if that button were any more loved, it'd probably get its own fan convention. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/businessbrain. Go to shopify.com/businessbrain. Again, shopify.com/businessbrain. And our thanks to Shopify for sponsoring this episode. All right, Shannon.
All right.
We have some reviews.
Awesome. I love those.
Okay. I will start with one from Mickey Papillon on Apple Podcasts from the United States. Title is Great Show for Entrepreneurs and Those with the Drive to Do Better. Great show for those that are entrepreneurs thinking about being one, or just those that want to be better at what they do. So much good advice and thought-provoking content. Listen to just one and you'll be hooked. Thank you for that, cool. Mickey.
Yeah,
amazing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Mickey will be entered into our drawing for a MacBook this year, which is the odds are still very much in your favor, even with just one review.
2 months left. Yep.
There are months left. That's right. And you can go and review us at businessbrain.show/review. Just like someone who goes by BP-60501, who also reviewed us in Apple Podcasts in the United States. Sorry, I missed the title of it is Smart Strategies to Become a Charmer. Oh, and charmer is in quotes. No, it's always good to come up with a term for those of us that are members of a community, right? And we're all part of the Business Brain community. We talk about living our charmed lives.
Become a charmer.
Are we all charmers? I like this to become.
I like it too.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see if that sticks, Shannon. Yep. You're quite the charmer. Dave and Shannon deliver sharp, actionable insights with wow. Dave and Shannon deliver sharp, actionable insights with a refreshing blend of wit and wisdom. A must-listen for those like me who are trying to live a charmed life seeking smart strategies to assist with that goal. Well, thank you, BP-60501.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I love that. That's great. And we have one more from, let me find it here, make sure I got this right, from R. Hazel Rigg, longtime friend and fan of the show. And his is in Podchaser, 5 stars. Business Brain Podcast is a game changer for entrepreneurs. Each episode is packed with practical advice, real-world experiences, and actionable tips that have helped me grow my business. Dave's engaging storytelling and genuine passion for helping others shine through in every episode. Whether you're just starting out or looking to scale, this podcast is a must-listen. Highly recommend. Amazing.
That's great,
Thanks.
man.
I'm sure he thinks nice things about you. I know.
Yeah, well, next time. Half a MacBook.
That's right. Half a MacBook. No, and make sure those of you whose reviews we have read in the show, and we endeavor to read all of them in the show, by the way.
We do.
Once we've read your review in the show, you are entered into the drawing. But here's the thing. We don't necessarily know how to contact you if you win. Some of you, like for example, Robert Hazelrig, we have mentioned your comments on the show. We're pretty sure that this R. Hazelrig is you. And so if you win, we're going to send an email to the email that you've already sent us emails from. However, make sure that you chime in and just let us know, folks.
Exactly.
Yeah. We'd hate to pick a winner and have nowhere to send the MacBook. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Other stuff.
Yeah, I want to, real quick, and I know we don't have a lot of time left, but one thing I want to talk about with AI is using photos with your AI.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is when you have a question about something, being able to take a picture of it, upload it, and ask it to tell you the answer. And I'm not talking about just like, well, let me give you a couple of examples.
Okay.
I was working up at our river house, and I have a Polaris Ranger, big side-by-side thing that I drive around, and the emergency brake stopped working. And so when you're on the hills and stuff, that's not good, right?
Yep.
I had a problem. So I was like, for a while, I was like, had a log I would stick another here. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Sure. So I flipped the hood. I could kind of see where the thing was, but I didn't know what was wrong with it. And I took a picture, I uploaded to ChatGPT, and I said, the emergency brake doesn't work. What's wrong?
Sure.
And it came back and said, I forget what it called it, this particular part is out of alignment. You can see right here, or see right in this section, you need to loosen this bracket, pull it back down, tighten it back up, and it'll engage with where the gear thing is that locks down the emergency brake. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Amazing.
Put it in, put it together. Yeah. Just last night, I was swapping out my Comcast router, and I unplugged. I have a bunch of stuff plugged into it, like my mesh network and all this stuff. And of course, it's kind of, it's the way my house is, it's in a closet, like utility closet outside is where the router lives. Oh. So I'm outside, it's getting dark. I pull everything in, I unplug the new one, and I was like, I don't remember where these other things plug in. I took a picture of the back of the router. Yeah, I took a picture of the back of the router. I said, which ports do I use to plug in? I have one of these, I have one of these, and one of these. And it's like, oh, that goes in port 4, this goes in port 2, and that one goes in port 3. Plugged them all in. Perfect.
Amazing.
So yeah, lean on your LLM or whatever AI to help you, but give it tough things to. It'll do a lot more than you think, right?
It's crazy. What's now? I know I say bad things about multitasking, Shannon. However,
you still do it.
Oh yeah. While we've been recording the episodes today, I happened to notice an error message from one of the containers, a Docker container on my Synology. If those words don't mean anything to you, don't worry about it. Yep. It's not really relevant. And so when we've had sort of like downtime moments, listen, we pre-record the sponsorship spots for the show because I want to get them right.
A couple minutes.
Yep. And so we have these couple of minutes of where we have downtime, and we realize it's not downtime for you, and we're very appreciative of that fact. But we've put in the time ahead of time so that we can keep them tight, candidly. Better to go, to take 20 minutes up front to make sure it's a 90-second spot that hits all the points and gets you everything you need to know versus a 4-minute spot where we're meandering through things. We do the meandering and then we edit and chop it down. So, but what that means is during the show, there's about 3 minutes where I already know what's going to be said because I said it. So I noticed this error message. I took screenshots of the error message. Put it into ChatGPT. I gave it a link. I realized that what happened was one of the engines, one of the containers that was running, got auto upgraded to what is now version 2.0.0.
Dangerous.
Right. So I'm like, oh crap. But I just fed it the GitHub URL, the URL to the website of the project, and then screenshots of the error messages.
Nice, yeah, love
because I didn't want to copy and paste all these log files. I didn't have time for that. We're doing a show. Yeah. And so I just put screenshots in and said, go, tell me what to do. and it did. And it said, "Oh, it's a config line has changed. Go change it." So I changed it, and now
it works.
Nope, but it gets farther. So I took more screenshots while we've been talking here, and it's told me what I need to do next. And I know that it's right. Like it all makes sense. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I also use it now a lot more. Like if we talked about Kajabi in the last episodes.
Yeah.
Well, if there's a website I'm trying to learn something, I don't search on the site anymore. I use ChatGPT. So if I want the steps to fix something in Kajabi or build something new in my community, I ask ChatGPT because it gives me, and then it says it'll also iterate. It'll say, "Oh, do you want me to create a step-by-step, this and that to figure it out?"
Yeah.
And I do this. You're talking about your situation. I was having some DNS problems. And
Sure.
If you don't know what DNS, doesn't matter.
Don't worry about it.
One of the
you're already living a more. You are a better charmer than we are. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. But I took screenshots of the DNS configuration from my Namecheap account.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the problem. What's wrong? And it says, "Oh, go change this, delete that record, add this record, and make it say this." I'm like, okay, great, fixed it. So
I will say that with tech support, and especially that kind of tech support, if you don't have enough subject matter knowledge to understand, even at least from a 10,000 foot view, what it's trying to help you with, be careful. Because it doesn't, especially when you're saying, how do I do this on Kajabi or how do I do this on Namecheap? I was doing something the other day and it was telling me, "Oh, just go here and check this box." I'm like, that freaking box doesn't exist anymore.
I've had that too. Yes.
Right? Because it's based on old data sometimes, and you have to tell it, please research what the most current thing is. And so I would say with tech support, maybe that's the most important thing is research my version of this, because you might not have the most current thing, but make sure it knows. The more information you can give it, because it can go and search the web, but it won't if it thinks it already just has the data in its archives. So just be aware of that. That's all.
A good point.
Good
Awesome.
stuff. Fun.
Well, if you have AI comments, questions, things we should talk about, things we got right, things we got wrong, feedback at businessbrain.show. Let us know. We want to hear from you.
We absolutely want to hear from you. Like he said, feedback at businessbrain.show. Thanks for spending your time with us. Make sure to go to businessbrain.show and sign up for the mailing list so you can get all the links that we have in the show notes. That way you get that Perplexity Pro free for a year. That's and keep living that charmed life. We'll see you next week.
Have a great weekend. See you
later. All right, we're out.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you. If you watch the live stream, there's 521 people up there right now. Thank you very much for hanging out. I'm going to end this as we wrap up, and you'll see. Well, the first episode we recorded will be live shortly, and the second one will be live on Friday in every podcast app on the planet, basically.
It is. I would venture to say every podcast app on the planet. I'll stand by that. Show me which one we're not in. We'll fix it.
Yeah, you got it. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out on the live stream. Take care.
Later.